Okay, we are going to do a Too Tall Toby tractor belt bracket practice medal in Onshape, so we'll reveal that drawing. Okay, and here we go. So let's start with a sketch. Let's start with a sketch on the top. And we're gonna add a line. We're gonna make the overall, capture the overall like depth of this part, 86. And it is gonna be symmetric, so you'll see a lot of divided by 2s. Throw a few other little dimensions on here, and we'll be ready to go. Perfect. Okay, so before I make this sheet metal model, I'm going to drop a plane down from the top plane. I'm going to drop it down the overall height of 66. Occasionally, I just don't really feel comfortable getting the right numbers with sheet metal. So I'm going to do a sheet metal model. We'll thicken that sketch. Wall thickness is 3, depth is, or bend radius is 5, but I want the material to go towards that plane that I added. Okay, so now we'll add a flange here, but I want it to hold the line because I dimensioned to that point. And bend angle is fine, but instead of blind, we're going to go to that plane. Okay. And then we're going to add another one on here. And we're going to set this distance. Here we actually dimensioned all the way to the outer edge. So we're going to set it flange alignment to outer and set that distance to 39. Perfect. Okay. So here's where I'm going to do things a little bit differently than I've done before. I'm going to go into plane 1. I'm going to make a sketch. And I'm going to project that edge. And then we'll do some lines here. So we're going to go perpendicular. Then this kind of angled straight edge. And then we're going to come in and get our arc. Set that radius for 50 and come back here. Okay. We can make those 2 lines parallel. Add a few more dimensions on. So we'll add let's see here. We need to, oh, that dimension was wrong. Let's fix this. Should be from here to here is 10 degrees. Okay, so now we have a dimension from here to here. That's 210 divided by 2. And overall width, 220 divided by 2. And everything looks good there. Okay, so now what we can do is we can add a flange down here. Flip it the other way. We're going to go outer. And instead of blind, we're going to go up to that point. Okay. And add a tab. So the tab profile is the sketch. It should automatically pick that flange, and we're good. So I kind of like that rather than making the flange and removing material. Let's make a extrude. We're going to get all the rest of the geometry we need. Actually, let's grab, not tangent arc, 3 point arc. 30. Close that up. And we can set that line to be 20. Okay, and we'll add a couple of holes. And some dimensions. All right, and we'll extrude those all the way through. And add some corner break. So the corner break tool is great because you can just click on a corner, like a little point. You don't have to select that tiny little edge. So if I do that corner and that corner, it doesn't matter if I pick the top or the bottom. I don't have to rotate. Let's grab the whole part and mirror my part about that plane. And we can add, and we've got our mass. Oh. Awesome. So anyway, there's the corner break tool. There's the tab option, which might be a little bit different than we've seen before. Hope that helped, and take care.